Welcome back, YouTube. Titan Fragrances here, coming back at you with a little bit of a different battle video or a showdown. We're all missing sports out there. I know everyone is. So stay tuned on this one. It's going to be something that's going to be a little bit of a battle royale, for say, a little tournament. For those of y'all stumbling on this channel for the first time, welcome out to my channel. This is where I take you through my journey, take you through different houses, both independent, niche, designer, and anything new that I come across, share my opinions and my experiences with each of them. So hopefully, maybe I've stumbled across your next great fragrance that you're going to like. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, definitely I encourage you to support the channel by subscribing down below. Hit the bell so that way you get future, notifications on when I upload. This is going to be a multiple part series, so definitely hit that bell so you know when it's coming up. All you guys returning again, I do appreciate your support and all the exchanges that we have on a regular basis. So thank you for coming back. As you'll see on the title, this is a battle of the blues, I was planning on doing this a while back. Obviously, everyone's been sidetracked. I hope everyone out there is well. But this is, I tried to pick like the 8 blue fragrances that are pretty common, pretty popular, as a lot of them are, and put them up against each other. And the initial concept was around March Madness, doing a tournament style bracket. And I actually made one that looks like a little bit of a high school program or schoolwork, but I did it as my own. I hope y'all enjoy it, kind of an old throwback kind of style. But so what we're going to be seeing is we're going to do this one right here. We're going to put Coach for Men against YSL Y EDP. And then we're going to go with these two powerhouses there on another one. And we're going to take those and put them against each other. And then finally those, and we're going to tournament style and find out a winner at the end while I'm giving you a review on each of them. So hopefully you enjoy this style. I won't eat up too much of the time. That's why I wanted to break it up in twos. Give you a breakdown of each, give you my personal opinion, but actually on the first level, which I already done this before this whole incident happened out here, is I actually took the bottles and I gave them to co-workers to take home to their wives, or had definitely had my wife take them to her work and get opinions on 5 different individuals. And I chose 5 because I wanted it to be no way of a tie. So 5 people, 5 females, and I wanted females so it'd be a little different opinion than just my own. I had them rate, basically battle up against each other, and I told them just pick one that's the winner and kind of give me some feedback on it. And that way, regardless of what I think, the one that wins on the voting is the one that goes and battles the next round, okay? That way you get more of a female's take on it. I did the whole first round, and this was way back when. I've just been sidetracked, so I didn't get to do the second round, so that's going to have to be, I'm going to have to figure out, once I show you the brackets, I'm going to have to find more like family members that I can take it to and stuff. But the first rounds are done, and that's what I'm working on right now is the next rounds, just so that I can give you the final King of the Blues off this. Okay, so let's get started. First one, I was going to go with Y EDP. I don't have the EDT. I know this has quite a bit. I'm going to refresh myself, so sprayers are nice on this one. Give me the top, what it opens up with. It's very fresh. It's bergamot, ginger, and apple. Very juicy, I think, apple. And like I said, off the top. This actually came out in 2018, I believe. So it is fresh. It does come across, I feel, that apples comes off a little slight juicy. So it's very appealing. And of course, with all the blue fragrances, you're going to find them to be quite appealing, I think, to mass appealing. You're going to hear all the things. And I don't necessarily take that as a negative. I know in the community, a lot of these get some harsh love or maybe just don't get any love at all or whatnot. And hey, formulate your own opinion. I can wear anything from this to something that's more challenging. I don't care. It's whatever you want to wear. Don't let that sway you in any way. It seems like there's a big mob mentality of hate towards certain brands, certain houses, certain styles. Hey, wear what you like, okay? Now in the mid, you're going to come across with some like sage, some geranium, some juniper berries. And with that, you get, once the top starts to mellow out and the mid starts to come in, you get a slight, almost herbal mintiness, I guess, off that sage. with some green lemony off the geranium. I mean, it stays very fresh. The juniper berries definitely give it a crispness, almost a slight woodiness to it, but it still stays very sweet too. So it's fresh and sweet. Some of y'all may not like that. And of course, the base has quite a bit of woods. It has like cedar, tonka, amberwoods, olibanum, and vetiver, giving it a very like woody, earthy sweetness to it. At least that's what I get off of it. Oh, all in all, it through the life of the fragrance, it stays, it stays sweet. It's fresh. It's kind of tangy with that some of those aspects of lemoniness from some of the notes and the mintiness. But all around, I mean, this was definitely lays more on my preference, I think, as far as that I like as a whole. I like them both. I mean, it definitely has a lot of freshness. It's versatile for spring, summertime. I think it's definitely can be an easy, dumb reach if you just aren't sure what to wear, because it's going to have a moderate projection. It's not in your face, but it's a very pleasant. It'll go a couple feet out from you for a couple of hours, and then it's going to definitely start to settle down. It's not a beast monster, at least for me, as far as lasting power. Maybe about 6 hours or so. Then it really is a skin sense. It really isn't out there just a powerhouse of a fragrance. But as with a lot of these freshies and stuff, they're just going to settle down. They're not going to be out there for an extraordinary long period of time, at least most of them. I'll tell you at the end of this which one actually is going to win. But I really do like this one. Coach for Men is definitely also a very good one. I think it's going to be pear, bergamot, kumquat in the opening. Quite bright. I think it has more brightness. Where the other one's a little juicier fruits, this is more brightness. I think lemony and almost a slight pininess with that kumquat, Now, once those start to mellow off, you're gonna get hit with some cardamom, some coriander, and some geranium. So you're gonna see these kind of share notes pretty similarly, and that's why they're all a lot of these blue fragrances kind of pull together with a lot of the same notes. And that could be a good thing, a bad thing. Could be over redundancies too. So that's another thing. Which one are you going to go with? Ultimately, it's the one that you set your nose on, preferably, and then go with it. But with that cardamom, you get that sweetness, slight woodiness. Of course, with the coriander, that it is going to be a lemony, limey, kind of refreshing type of herb, So it definitely comes off, and the geranium comes off green. So it gives it that green, sweet freshness. And again, a lot of these don't overly develop. You're going to get what you get within the first 15, 20 minutes. You're sitting at what it is. And once it starts to really die down. And again, I think this one isn't allowed. So you can spray it heavy. But it is very, very, I think, appealing. It's something that will draw you in. I think maybe it's that cardamom that really gets that want to get closer. In the base, it's got vetiver, suede, and ambergris. So it's going to come off very earthy, musky on the base. Quite pleasant. Like I said, I think this one's actually, once it settles down and dries down, I think it's a little bit louder with the initial brightness. But once it settles down, I think it settles down quicker and it's a little more sensual than the Y. The Y tends to be a little brighter, like a little bit more vibrant. But it's very body wash-like. It is clean. But again, I think that cardamom adds a little bit of the sexiness to it. All in all, I think they're both great scents. But what the ladies said on this was that this was very nice. But unanimously, this one took the cake. It was 5. They said this was sexier. This was definitely what was going to get them in the mood. This was these were older ladies, so they ain't gonna be shy about it. But 5 for 5 went with this one. I prefer this one, I think, as a beater fragrance, as an all around. But in this competition, Coach for Men is going to move on, battle the next one. Like I said, I like them both. I think that they have their place. I do think that some of these will run redundancy, and you're going to see that. But it just depends on your taste. So don't take it as a personal hit to anything if it's your favorite fragrance or not your favorite fragrance or whatever. It's just an alternative kind of fragrance because it is a blue one. So I do hope that you enjoyed this. We're going to keep on going with the battles. So if you like this, please tune in on the next one. Hit that like, hit that thumbs up. And of course, I want y'all to all be safe, be very blessed, wash your hands, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.